Okay, so for those who are having a little bit of trouble with the simultaneous equations, let's have a look at the elimination one here, and we'll go through. I'll do every question, but hopefully what you can do is stop the video and try and do it yourself, and then you can check by starting it again and seeing that you're on track. But really you want to be able to do these by yourself without listening at all. So just to recall, what you're actually trying to do here is you're trying to find a value for x and y that you can put into these equations and it will work, right? So if we look here, we want to eliminate, right? Because this is the process of elimination, and elimination means to get rid of. So in this case, we're going to eliminate the y's because they have the same, right? That's a 1 there and a 1 there. They have the same number in front of them. So that would be the easiest way to get rid of. And you get rid of them by either adding them together or subtracting them. Now, if you subtract y, take minus y, well, that gives me 2y, and that's no good, okay? So you go y minus y. Two negatives make a positive, and that's going to make it have 2y, so that's no good. So what we're going to do is, instead of subtracting, we're going to add these equations together. And we just add vertically, okay? So we end up with 2x plus 3x. I know you all know that that's 5x. And y plus minus y. So again, if you went y plus minus y, a positive and a negative make a negative, and it's y take y, so we get 0. So that's why we're doing this. The y's are now eliminated. So we don't put anything there. You don't even bother with the 0. And now we say 3 plus 7, that's 10. And now it's a matter of just getting x by itself. You can probably see from here, 5 times what equals 10? Well, it has to be 2. If you didn't know that, the opposite of times 5 is divide. 10 divided by 5 is 2. You think you're done, but not quite yet, because we want the value for y as well. Okay? So to get that, you can pop that into either equation. Oops. You can pop that into either equation that we have here. I'm just going to go the top one. It's the first one. It's positive. All good. So I'm going to put, wherever x is, I'm going to replace it with 2 because x is 2. So instead of 2 times x, it's 2 times 2, then plus y equals 3, right? 2 2s are 4. 4 plus y is 3. Get rid of the plus 4, we end up with 3. Take 4 is minus 1. So these are what I think are my two solutions. Now, when I pop it back into the original, we know that that works because that's what I just did here. What if I put it into this one? So 3 times x is 2. 3 2s are 6. Take y is negative 1. Does that equal 7? It does, and that means I know I'm on the right path there. I've got the right answer. Now I'm just going to keep going. What I would like you to do is actually stop the video right now and try B by yourself. I'm going to now carry on and do it, and then you can probably just fast forward to the end and say, oh yes, I got that right. But if you're a little not confident, play along still. Okay, so if we look at B, okay, so again we look to see, are we going to eliminate the x's or the y's? It's the y's again that have the same number in front, so they've both got 3's there. So what are we going to do to get rid of those 3's? Are you going to add or subtract? And we can see that if we add 3 plus minus 3, so 3y, take 3y, they disappear. So no y's. So we have to add all the others. So 4x plus 6x is 10x, no y. It says equals, I put equals. What is 7 plus negative 27? This is where some of you have had a bit of difficulty in the past with your negative numbers. So please just check on your calculator. 7 plus minus 27, we get minus 20. How do I get rid of a times 10? We divide by 10. Minus 20 divided by 10 is minus 2. Remember, you're not done. We have to pop this back in to get our y value. I'm going to pop it back into the original one. So this becomes 4 times, instead of x is minus 2, so it's 4 times minus 2 plus 3y equals 7. 4 times minus 2 is minus 8. How do I get y by itself? We have to get rid of the take 8, so we plus 8. So we end up with 3y equals 15. To get rid of the times 3, we divide by 3, so y is 5. To make sure that you're right, I mean, you've got answers in the back of the book that you can check, but imagine this is your assignment, because there will be similar questions like this in the assignment. What we do is we plug it into the last one and we see if it works. So again, 6 times x, our x is minus 2, so 6 times minus 2 is minus 12, minus 3 times y, which is 15, which is 5, so minus 12 take 15, does that equal minus 27? And it does. So again, that's telling me I know I've got that right. All right, hopefully you're feeling a little bit more confident. Let's move on to the next one. You can do it without me. So stop the video, pause it. I'm going to do it if you want more help. Alrighty, part C. They've switched this one up because this time the y's don't have the same number in front, it's the x's. So again, once again, are we going to add or subtract? We're going to add because 2 plus negative 2 disappears. So no x. 5 plus minus 7, so 5 take 7 is minus 2y. I'm going to go through these reasonably quickly now because hopefully you've got the hang from A and B and now you're just checking. 6 plus negative 20, so 16 take 20, that is minus 4. How do I get rid of a times negative 2? We divide, and negative divided by a negative is a positive. So y equals 2. You're not done. We need our x value. So again, just pop it back into, I always go the first one because it's all positive. It's nice. So we get 2 times x. We don't know what x is. This is our y value. So we have to keep it as 2x plus 5y. So 5 times 2 is 10 equals 16. We get 2x. Get rid of a plus 10. Take 10. 6. X equals 3. Please stop the video, try D by yourself. Okay, next one, decisions, decisions, decisions. Is it going to be the x's or the y's to go? Okay, I see a 3, another 3, so goodbye x. And it's a positive and a negative, so I'm going to plus them together because 3 plus negative 3, they disappear. 5 plus negative 2y, we've got 3y. Minus 11 plus 8. So again, use your calculator if you need to. Minus 11 plus 8 is going to be minus 3, so that's why it ends up with minus 3. And therefore, to get rid of a times 3, we divide by 3, we've got minus 1. Let's pop that back in and find our x value. So we've got 3x. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5, equals minus 11. So I've got 3x equals minus 11. To get rid of a take 5, we're going to plus 5. So 3x equals minus 6. Get rid of a times 3, divide by 3, x equals minus 2. Right, check, move on. Now at this point, I'm getting a little bit tired of checking. Maybe I don't know what the answers are on the back of the book. Look at this graphics calculator. If we use our arrow keys and go down into equation, look at that. We've got actually a simultaneous section in our calculator. That's how important they are. So to get that, we press F1. How many unknowns have we got? Well, we've got x and a y, so 2 unknowns. Notice how they ask you to enter it in, so something x, something y, and equals a constant. So ours are already in that form. So we'll go, it's 3x, 5y, negative 11, and then negative 3, right, negative 2, and 8. And you can press enter or solve, and notice your x value here is minus 2, your y is minus 1. We're on the right track. Okay, now all we have to do is finish E and F. So once again, I ask you, pause the video and see if you can do it by yourself. I'm going to do them very quickly. Okay, hopefully we've got the hang. We look at the next one. Oh, 4 and a 3x. Well, they're not the same number. We've got a negative 7y and a plus 7y. Lucky 7. So to get rid of them, once again, I'm going to add, because one's a negative, one's a positive. 4x plus 3x is 7x. Minus 7 plus 7, they cancel out. So we've got equals 41 plus negative 6, so that's 41. Take 6 is 35. 7 times 5 gives me 35, or to get rid of a times 7, you divide by 7. 35 divided by 7 is 5. We're going to place this back into our equation here to solve for the y value. And this time, I'm actually going to put it in the second one because everything's positive there. Well, the left-hand side is. So 3 times 5 is 15 plus 7y equals minus 6. Get rid of the plus 15. So we're going to take 15. Minus 16, take 15 is minus 21. Get rid of a times 7, divide by 7, y is minus 3. As I said, I'm going through these pretty quickly. Feel free to stop the video. You should be doing these by yourself. As I said, you're going to have to do that in your assignment. Okay, and look at this now. The x's have the same, so I'm going to add minus 4 plus 4x is no x. 3y plus minus 5, so you're subtracting that, because a positive and a minus make a minus. Minus 25 plus 31 is 6, therefore y. Get rid of a times negative 2, divide is negative 3. Sub this back into, I might as well just go the top one. So we've got minus 4x. 3 times minus 3 is minus 9, equals minus 24. So I've got minus 4x, right? You can't ignore that minus there. Some of you have been forgetting it. You've got to leave it in there. Get rid of a take 9. We're going to plus 9. So minus 25 plus 9, what's that? Minus 16. How do I get rid of it? Times negative 4, we divide. Negative 16 divided by negative 4, so two negatives make a positive, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay, that's that. What I will do next is the ones where you don't have one that's the same number.